He is Shui Yin. He has great strength and has to fight alone against an army of undead just to protect this tomb. Shui Yin is an orphan and has to work and study at the same time. Shui Yin sits in the pool because he can't swim. But these bullies didn't leave him alone, and threw his cat in the pool. A moment of thoughtlessness, Shui Yin jumped down and suffocated. A friend tells Shui Yin that he was saved by a highly sought-after lady named Rei. And for the sake of brevity, Rei and his friend just now are the only two people who care about Shui Yin in this school. That night Shui Yin sat playing video games next to her small tent. In the game Shui Yin is a genuine pro. Shui Yin alone with a bunch of crap also climbed to the top of the server by herself. Until Shui Yin meets a girl in trouble. When he helped, she thanked him and said he was Rei. But suddenly the computer shut down, so Shui Yin had to climb the lamppost to reconnect the wires. Just as Rei opened the window and was bragging to her friends about the person just now and accidentally met Shui Yin for her. Thinking he was peeping, Rei's friends threw a pillow, causing Shui Yin to fall from the lamppost. The next day while cleaning the window, Shui Yin sees Rei and recognizes her as the character from last night. It is known that her family is the company that released this game. His friend suddenly appeared and reminded him of the difference in power between the two, making Shui Yin a bit disappointed. But that night Rei sent him a friend. Shui Yin agreed and fought with Rei for many months until Rei wanted to meet him in real life. But Shui Yin still realized the difference, so she just accepted to be with Rei in the game. But one day the game suddenly stopped releasing. His friend came to remind Shui Yin that even if the game is closed, he still has a chance in real life. That night Rei entered the game first and waited for Shui Yin. There was only a week left before the game was completely closed, so the two took this time to enjoy the rest of the week after the new game was released. The new game allows players to take on the role of a grave thief. Yin is now completely depressed that there is nothing left to make him happy in this life. That night was the last day of the game, so Shui Yin tried to run as fast as possible to enter the game. And in the game now appears a monster. This guy takes all of the players' equipment and also devours them. When Shui Yin entered the game, only Rei and the wreckage remained. The game then also stopped working, leaving Shui Yin with overwhelming grief. But luck has not abandoned Shui Yin. The next morning, he met Rei in person. She knew that it was Shui Yin who had been with her for a long time. Shui Yin is upset that he couldn't save her, but Rei gives him a chance to do it again in the new game. But that same day, Shui Yin heard from a friend that Rei's father was assassinated last night. And now Rei has been brought back to take care of his father's affairs. During the broadcast, Shui Yin looked back at Rei's father's face and suddenly felt that she had known him once. The next day, Rei went back to see Shui Yin because she had something to give him. And it is a message to return this to Shui Yin from Rei's father and a device that allows Shui Yin to join the newly released game. Rei also said she was adopted and suddenly someone came to see her. Shui Yin was able to open the device and found himself with a fortune of up to 10 billion, and accompanied by a message from his adoptive father that he said he was Shui Yin's biological grandfather and that he also knew that the boy had no memory. He said he adopted Rei after her parents were murdered by enemies. And now that he's gone, he wants Shui Yin to use this resource to protect Rei in his stead. Right at the moment Shui Yin heard Rei calling for help, so he ran down without listening to the message. These two are enemies of Rei's biological parents and want to take her away because her late parents owe a large amount of money. They take them away. Shui Yin wanted to be a hero to save the beauty, but was kicked out as a result. They beat Shui Yin, so Rui said she would accept. Shui Yin wants them to stop because he will pay the debt. But when Shui Yin ran up to get the machine, she was helpless when this money did not change into real money. Immediately after being taken away, but Shui Yin still did not forget his promise to save her, so he used all his strength to launch his car in exchange. They rushed to stab him, but he lost his balance and fell to the side. They then continued walking when a young man appeared from inside the car who said he was an antique. Shui Yin then ran to the front of the car when she received a message from the other guy. He said they would wait for him in the game and then disappeared with Rei. Shui Yin went home to check the device, but it seemed to have run out of battery. And then a girl appeared calling him master and Shui Yin entered the game. The girl from earlier appeared as two petite summoned beasts. But unfortunately, Shui Yin accidentally awakened a giant monster from the sand. The tomb in this game is the place where the goddess who gave birth to the world sleeps. And the tomb also contains a great source of power, so it attracts many grave thieves. As for Shui Yin, he meets the monster, but it says it will check if he is worthy to be the guardian of the tomb. At the same time, the monster was targeted by several other people. It wanted Shui Yin to deal with the grave robbers with it to prove it, and so Shui Yin agreed. The monster then transforms into a beast-eared girl. She is Shastia, and thanks to that kiss, Shui Yin's memories have returned. The monster then manifests itself as Shui Yin's grandfather. Shui Yin then ran at full speed into the Guardian machine. Shui Yin transforms the Triangle Guardian into a real robot. Shui Yin's armor was also heavily damaged, forcing him to pull out a gun from the body of the machine. But the other party used hypnosis to make Shastia shoot wildly. And then in the end, due to not being able to withstand the damage, Shui Yin's grandfather returned to Susan's family after seeing him gone. Shui Yin, after seeing him leave and disappear, was indignant. With Shastia's help, he completely crushed that party. After the battle, Shastia said she was done with her duty as Shui Yin was now an official gravekeeper. When Shastia disappeared, Shui Yin saw a certain girl again. She pulled out a gun and shot Shui Yin, claiming to be the ultimate surgeon. Shui Yin is then logged out of the game world and receives a message from Temujin, the owner of the guy who took Rei, with a video of Rei. He said he would wait for Shui Yin in the game. Shui Yin then went looking for information about the game and was told by a friend to a girl who had been playing since the beta. Shui Yin is known to have an organization led by Dark Tiger. This organization specializes in robbing others to increase wealth. But there is one organization that has stood up against this group, and that is the group of names called Temujin. They then organized a dinner party and received information that recently a very strong girl appeared and had personally taken care of a group of pillars in the Dark Tigers Guild. And not long after that, when this guild traps a group of new players and takes money from one person, that person is logged out. But they didn't steal it all, but that girl appeared to save the new guild. She happened to be the one who shot Shui Yin and made him log out. She locked up the other three and demanded that last man turn over his belongings. But he messed up and stabbed her. But his earning only helps him to rob money from people with less money. After she finished this case, she left them with the name that she is a collector and she will fight your grave robbers. As for Shui Yin, after having determination and information, he returned to the game because he knew where he needed to start. At an arena, there was a boy named Takeshi with a history of being a poor child and wanted to join this game to escape his life. But there is a fee to enter the match, so the boy decided to climb the wall, and by chance he met Shui Yin. Shui Yin came here to meet the tournament organizer, but he didn't want to pay the fee, so he flew in. The first match of the tournament took place and Shui Yin was in the same place with the other trio. Right when the match was in progress, Takeshi interrupted because the boy wanted to take back the real money prize. The Glow Boy's book caused the spirit girl to be tied up and let them both down. Shui Yin hit the youth of the harmful guild, causing him to log out. Takeshi apologizes for dragging Shui Yin in. The boy just wanted to earn money to treat his sick sister. He is also quite confident in his strength, as this book just needs to put in a picture a day. His strength will also increase. There is a rule that punishes being intruder will have its power halved. Takeshi still accepts the challenge and turns the book into a talisman. With each use of the assault team, a memory in the book will disappear. But Takeshi ignored it as long as he saved his sister. But Susan stopped the boy because he thought that Takeshi-san wouldn't be happy if he did. Takeshi knew but had no choice but to say that he would help and stand up for Takeshi to fight. But Shui Yin did not have much experience, so the Viking was frozen in place. The spirit girl had to block the blow in his place. The organizers saw that she had no data, and she was able to transform herself into a summoned beast, so she realized she was not a player. After a failed transformation phase, the two summoned beasts were caught by the Viking. But Takeshi stood up and took two summoned beasts. Because before, he was always protected by his sister, so now he wants to be a man. After recovering, the summoned beast thanked Takeshi and turned back into a human. After a while, she transformed into an S-rank two-headed dragon. After the tournament, Takeshi took the money back and thanked Shui Yin. Shui Yin wished his sister a speedy recovery. That said, when Takeshi left, he felt a bit sorry, so it was real money. Shui Yin also left and the two organizers still do not know his identity. One man thought he was a collector, but the other man reminded him that the collector was female. After meeting the tournament organizer, Shui Yin was allowed to take the beginner test. There he meets two other participants, Shaw and Titan. Shaw is a friend in Shui Yin's class, and he knows Shui Yin. But Shui Yin did not know because Tone fell asleep during the hour. Then the teacher of the test appeared, and she was Rin. Rin brings the three closer to the tomb to confront the grave spirits. And as soon as I saw it, the test began. They all fought monsters, but it didn't work. Rin said that she must defeat the leader with 3 eyes because it has the ability to increase the armor of normal monsters. When the Titan saw it, he immediately rushed to punch it in the mouth and took the reward that fell out. The group then defeats the rest and thinks they've completed the test. But Rin says actually the real test is for all 3 to beat her. She threw Ba Fai Gao to test her reflexes. Titan uses a weapon to block Shui Yin and dodge lightly while Sha sticks. Rin wants to know who Shui Yin really is when he has that unique shawl. While talking, Titan entered the fight first. Sha recognized Titan as the person who had won 3 tournaments in a row in the last 3 years. Titan called both of them in to help him through the cards. Sha has a crush on Rin, but he decides to join because he wants to prove himself to Rin. Shui Yin hasn't killed anyone yet, so she doesn't know what to do. Titan also cornered Rin to make her admit that he was really strong. Right when Sha rushed from behind, but Rin still knew and stabbed him once from behind. Titan didn't believe it, so he frantically continued to fight, and Shui Yin went to find out the source with Sha's skills. He hopes to find Rin soon, and at the same time they both get their certificates through the exam. Rin wants to know who Shui Yin really is, so does the Titan, so she gets into a fight with Shui Yin. Shui Yin didn't want to hit, so he turned to aim at Rin. The two ran away to a warehouse and Rin said she couldn't do anything after using the illusion magic earlier. Shui Yin asked Rin to join the team but she refused, so Shui Yin made a condition that if he defeated the Titan, she must join the team. Shui Yin used Sha's skill and turned the wind back and forth to confuse the Titan. But Ta realized in time and punched Shui Yin into the sky, causing Shui Yin to get hit. But it was still an illusion created by Shui Yin, and he was in front of the Titan giving a blow. But Shui Yin won 3 awards, making him think that he is the strongest, so he couldn't accept what Shui Yin said. He decided to use it to his advantage. It was money. The gauntlet changed into a vehicle, while the Dark Tigers organization with a total fortune of up to 2 billion prepared to rebel and rob the weaker ones. At the same time, they discovered that a new tombkeeper had appeared. Just when the two were about to take the device to log out, a horse-drawn carriage rushed out from the ground. The people inside are the collectors. Rin knows her, so she shoots Rin, knocking her unconscious. She talks to Shui Yin privately and shoots him a monster and it enters Shui Yin. She revealed that Rei is being held at Temujin's place. And if you ever meet Temujin, don't believe him no matter what he says. And when he meets Rei, the dragon will be the way to help them both escape. Shui Yin wants to know where Temujin is, but she only tells him that he will find him himself. Rin wakes up and explores his skills, knowing he is also Temujin's, so Shui Yin chases after him to ask about Rei. He caught up and surprised him, but Shui Yin's skill was not enough, so he retaliated. Rin understood that if she was hit by a certain number of slashes, she would be forced to log out. Shui Yin after logging out, you can't re-enter for a day. Suddenly someone called and he was Temujin. He wants Shui Yin to listen to him if he wants to save Rei. He said that there will be a festival for those who have passed the 18 levels of the game and that Shui Yin will have to go to the 0th floor and meet a guy called Lisi. Shui Yin doesn't know him but Temujin says he will know just by coming. The next morning Shui Yin noticed a group of people surrounding a small girl. Shui Yin wants to find information about the Temujin guild. All were taken to the 18th floor and fought the monsters guarding the grave. At the gate to the 0th floor, there was a dark tiger and one of his men standing guard. The boss has the ability to use blood to heal. One of Temujin's men used magic to find out the location of the last gravekeeper and went to Shui Yin. She shows Shui Yin that Rei is safe, and finally wants to test his abilities. The boss was scanning more and more because he wanted to find the blood needed. And then after a while it discovered Shui Yin. It gave Shui Yin its staff and also the key to get to the 0th floor, because this is the mission it was assigned to, and now it's the challenge part. The boss transformed into a large form and showed Shui Yin what was in its stomach. This is a weakness and he must defeat it because this thing in his stomach also holds Shui Yin's memories that were sealed by his grandfather. After seeing Shui Yin's ability, she took Rin away to let Shui Yin take care of herself. Shui Yin draws a sword from a weapon that grants the person the weapon of the grave. Graveyard weapons have many types, and this time Shui Yin chose a sword with 3 times the attack speed. Shui Yin with that speed knocked the boss down. The boss that is dropped uses the blood from the lake below to restore it. The boss recovered and was even bigger and stronger, so it really made it difficult for Shui Yin. Shui Yin is hit by the boss's attack and magic. The boss said that the spell would cause the blood in Shui Yin's body to explode. But you can live if you get his core. Now he had only 80 seconds left to win or crumble. But now Shui Yin's sword began to emit smoke. It made the people around him feel better, so they went in to help him fight the boss. Shui Yin advises the boss to use the ultimate skill. At this moment, a group of thugs come to Shui Yin to claim the core. Nishi said that only people with the key can enter, so Shui Yin and the boss will enter together. There, Shui Yin sees a tree and the boss tells him to eat the core. Shui Yin ate it and saw that he had been to this tree. This tree absorbed the goddess of the past and returned them to the current Rei. When Rei was born, Shui Yin was the first person she saw. He then also sealed Shui Yin's memories to prevent his enemies from finding him. He also created this boss and entrusted the task of awakening Shui Yin's memories when the time came. Boss was out of duty, so now he gave all his power to Shui Yin. Outside at this time, the thug just now called his big brother. Shui Yin meets Rei again and promises to come save her and not let what happened at the end of the previous game happen again. The conversation ended and there was someone on Rei's side who told her that Zero would begin in 5 days, and that if Shui Yin was still alive, Rei would be released with Shui Yin. Nishi opens the gate and calls for Shui Yin to go, but the big brother of the thugs comes to find out who took it from him. If he didn't show up, he would kill them all. Shui Yin now has to choose between saving Rei first or saving the people he fought with. And then Shui Yin chose to save them first and wanted Rei to wait a little longer. The masked man who followed the last time appeared to help Shui Yin escape. He also heals Shui Yin thanks to his healing ability that few people have. Nearly taking a fatal blow, 2 of Temujin's other men were also sent. It's a band of magicians. Like the collector, when she can use up to 10 ancient weapons. The other guy started shooting, but Shui Yin once again used the power of his scarf to strengthen a part of his body. He strengthened his eye to see all the information of the enemy. The whole society then goes to Temujin's castle.